All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, taught us 100% truth. All right, and we're going to, Lord willing, YAHAWASHI, this will be edifying. We're just going to get straight into it. All right, America, Babylon the Great being that land of unwalled villages. No real protection of this place.
Yeah, and this place is going to be the main judgment in this third world war. It's going to be a lot of death and destruction going on in the streets of Babylon the Great, man, which is America. From the foreign troops to their own troops, it's going to be all out anarchy in Babylon the Great, man.
That's right. This a lament for Babylon, Isaiah 47:1. It reads, "Come and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." And the dust is a low estate, a place of confusion. Come and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Because a virgin has never been touched. Never been penetrated. So come sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
So you're not just gonna be this virgin no more. You're not just gonna be this place with this false sense of security. All right, you see Israel getting bombed. All right, you see those quote unquote Middle Eastern countries getting bombed, and America is about to follow suit in that same fashion, man. All right, so it's no more gonna be called tender and delicate. You're no more gonna have this false sense of security, man. No, you're about to get touched, man. You're about to be ravished and ran through, man.
And just like we are seeing happen to these Israeli cities, man, and these look like nice modern day cities, just like American cities, man. It says, you want to get the Ezekiel?
Yeah, BAHASHAM.
So this is Ezekiel 38, prophecy about Gog and future invasion of Israel. And we know that the majority of the nation of Israel is here in America, man. Judah and Ephraim, both the kingdoms being oppressed together. So this is the word of Yahawah speaking about Gog and Magog. Which when you read down, Jeremiah 38:10, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, it shall come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, and I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates.
Yeah, because ultimately this Babylon America has been mostly sending their troops out to other foreign lands, man. So they really, when the violence and the war comes here, it's going to be like unprepared and unexpected, man. These people think that, oh, we're America, we this, that, the third. But nah, your army is spread thin. You have no real sense of security or defense. You see the Iron Dome of Israel is failing miserably.
The state of Israel is like the size of New Jersey, right? America is how much? 400 or 500 times bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And
go.
No. So America, like the bro was saying, there's no missile defense. Israel can't even defend that territory with that. And here in Babylon, it's nuclear deterrence is there, or having nukes is America's deterrence. They cannot just intercept missiles if they were to be shot to American cities.
Yeah, and talking about them that dwell safety, that sounds exactly like that Isaiah 47 where it says, "Thou shalt no more be called a lady." Those that dwell safely, this how it's talking about the same place, man. Because everywhere else they on alarm and alert, but what do you Americans? You fucking at rest, fucking sleep, man. You got no real rebuttal, no real enforcement, man. So ultimately, when these things start to pop off and Babylon starts to get touched, it's gonna be hit the worst, man.
It's a dwelling without walls, man. No protection. And it says that in Revelation as well. She lived deliciously. I will never see sorrows. So that's Babylon the Great. That's this place, man. That great city.
I have one. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 35. All right, Jeremiah 50 and 35 says, "A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith YAHAWASHI, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon her horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. And they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed." Yeah, so this is talking about America, man. All right, that sword, ultimately, that ultimate sword being the culmination of the nukes. But also, war, evil, pestilence, the four sword judgments, the famine, the sword, the beasts, all of these things will be culminated into one, for this being the greatest judgment on earth, man, in Earth's history, man.
Yo.
You know, so this sword is a multifunctional sword. The nukes, the troops, their own the own people of Babylon, America, man. You know, so hey, that's how it's gonna happen, man. So this place is very much underprepared for a war, but that war is coming, and that war is here, man. You know,
we got this clip as well. So that's really just the point right there. Today it's Tel Aviv, tomorrow it's New York. So this that land of unwalled villages,
and the fact that sword is coming, it's coming to Babylon. It's not just gonna stay across the world, and we're just gonna be hearing about it. Nah, man, because when you had the pandemic, these people were making memes and jokes about World War III, but well, now it's here. You know, now it's here. Now what are you gonna do? You still gonna you gonna make jokes while the missiles hitting your house, city, man? You know, while the troops are knocking at your door, kicking down your door, man, you still gonna make jokes? You gonna be able to make a meme there? You know? I have another one.
Sword is the sword.
Isaiah 19.
Yeah, Isaiah 19. Got it.
Right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19 and 1. "The burden of Egypt, behold, YAHAWASHI rideth upon a swift cloud, shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it." That's how you know that this place is going to be touched. This is going to be that main place of the troubles, the wars, the swords, the blood. That's how you know, because it's always talking about Egypt, always talking about where the children of Israel are being held captive, always talking about Babylon, all right, always talking about the inhabitants of Babylon the Great, man, the Edomites, Idumeans. You know, it's always talking about them, and this is their stronghold, man. All right, this is their modern day city, man. You know, this is modern day Egypt, man. You know, so that's how you know that the focus is gonna be in America, and the most of these troubles are gonna be in America, because it's the main event at this place, man. You know. Verse 2, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians." Yeah, so the Edomites gonna be against the Edomites. You know, it says, "And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." Man, so you got the Edomites against each other. All right, you got the Edomites against the Iranians. All right, you got the Iranians against Edom. All right, you got the Moabites against Edom. You know, you got everyone against the Idumeans, man, against the Edomites, man, against these modern day Egyptians, man. You know, let's go down to verse 3, Papa.
Yeah, I made these small among the heathen.
Yeah. And this is that focal point, man. All right, verse 3, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards." Yeah, so all of that's gonna fail, though, man. All right, so all of these Edomites and their enchantments, their ways, their doctrines gonna fail. All you Jakes following after the ways of the heathen, following after the ways of the Egyptians, following after the ways of the Edomites, man, your father the devil, is gonna fail miserably, man. All right, you're gonna be touched, and that flood of the enemy is gonna come in, man.
That's right.
You know, and then all right, it's just gonna be the former precept said they're gonna be like women, man. You know, you're gonna be like a woman giving birth, man. You're gonna be and I've been in the delivery room, man. All right, those screams are horrible, man. Blood curdling screams, man. You could feel the pain in the scream, man. And these people are about to feel the pain. All right, and there's gonna be no remedy other than if you've been serving YAHAWAH Shai, and ultimately if you are that predestinated elect, man.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, another one.
No, do we have time? Or, all right, con. All right, man. Hey, so with that, we pray that this was edifying and to the point, quick hit. All right, with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. And once again, double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, taught us as truth. All right, hey, YASHARAHLA, Shalom.